The second battle of Geonosis has hit a roadblock. The clone trooper army is running low on fuel for their vehicles. Commander Cody, along with his Geonosis ARF troopers, form a perimeter with their LAATs and ATTEs. They're sitting ducks, but at the very least, their weapons are fully functional. The droids have zeroed in on their position. This could be the landing at Point Rain all over again. A slaughter. Yo, what's going on, guys? It's Daily here, and today we are back with some more Men of War Assault Squad 2, the Star Wars Galaxy at War mod, and this is a battle I've been wanting to do for quite some time. The LAAT gunships, in a more recent update for the Galaxy at War mod, will now actually fire when they're on the ground. So the ball turrets and the rockets and all that will actually shoot, and so will the ATTEs, of course, because they're a ground unit. But the LAATs in this formation will still be able to use their weaponry while surrounded by battle droids. So the droids are coming at them with dwarf spiders, AATs, a few tri-droids, and a lot of infantry. Now the clone troopers have, of course, established their outer perimeter. Then they have an interior perimeter with Commander Cody as a last stand. They've got some E-Web turrets as well, and some Mark IV repeater turrets out in the outskirts as well. But beyond that, they're pretty much sitting ducks to the droids. It'll be a very, very cool battle. A lot of explosions, a lot of death on both sides. Let's find out who wins this thing. I'd really appreciate it if you guys hit that like button. It helps me out a ton in the YouTube algorithm. Subscribe if you haven't already, and comment down below. Now let's get into it, boys. What's up, gamers? I'm here to tell you about Instant Gaming. Instant Gaming is an amazing place where you can get some fire deals on all sorts of video games. Seriously, it's like 60 to 95% off, as you can see here. These are all of the Star Wars titles they have. They literally have every Star Wars title. You can also get XCOM here, Men of War Assault Squad 2, all of the games I play on the channel you can buy here for extremely cheap prices. If you use my affiliate link in the description, it helps me out a ton. So thank you guys for listening to this sponsorship, and thank you to Instant Gaming for continuing to sponsor the channel. Alright, boys, I'm very excited about this battle. Pressing start right now, and we are starting this thing off in slow motion and very sporadic fire, causing some lag spikes, but that's okay. It should subside here as the clone troopers just spam out fire at the oncoming droids coming from off the map here with AATs, tri-droids, the whole shebang. Those are those LAT lasers firing into the droids right there. It is going to be a game changer, I think. If those LATs can stay alive for a while, that'd be very, very good. They are very fragile, though. It's very easy to kill the crew members inside and cripple the interior dynamics and stuff like that of them, so very, very easy for them to go down. They very well might go down at some point. Either way, as you can see, the clones are doing a bang-up job already, just spamming out fire, but this is going to be a battle of longevity for them. A lot of the times in these Galaxy at War mod videos, we see that the clone troopers or the droids defending start off really strong. They're getting a ton of kills. They're doing amazing. But the enemies just keep on coming, and they slowly wither down and die out. And there's a lot of droids, you know, fairly far back here that aren't involved in the battle just yet, and, you know, up in these mountain ranges and stuff like that, getting into sniper positions as we speak, which could be devastating for the clone troopers. So clones got to stay on their toes. They can't get relaxed at pretty much any point here, or they could end up getting completely gunned down. These LATs are still operating. I'm not seeing a ton of fire out of them, so they might be damaged or something along those lines. A few free-roaming troopers on the battlefield, too, for the clone troopers. It looks like a few of them are pushing fairly far out here. I don't know what these guys are doing, but they're making moves. They're trying to make something happen over here, I guess. All right, GG's to them. Well done. Okay. And tons of droids waiting in the wings over this way for them, so they might very well go down anyway. Plus an entire tri-droid here. I don't know what they're expecting to have happen. Dwarf spiders exploding over this way. AATs also going down. Droid tanks are not faring super well, but we'll see if their infantry can end up faring a little bit better. They're balled up into pockets, which means their fire is going to be pretty good. They'll be able to spam fire at the clones pretty decently. Clones aren't suppressed, though. As long as the clones aren't suppressed, they stand a big chance. Oh, shoot. Oh, shoot. Oh, sugar mama. ATTE. Blown to smithereens. The other one. I can hear its sirens going off, which means it might not be very long for this world. It could go down, and these ATTEs are the big hitters for the clone troopers. I'm telling you, their front cannons as well as their top cannon, absolutely devastating to both droid infantry as well as droid tanks. So these things, you definitely want to keep them up a decent amount of time. It is now on fire. I think the droids are hard targeting these guys, which is smart. If I were the droids, you know, if I were commanding them right now, I would point all of my AAT cannons straight at the ATTs. That's it. That's just what we're targeting. I would not be going for the infantry until the ATTEs are dead. And it seems like they are relatively slow on killing this second one, but they're getting there. They'll eventually get there for sure. There's some more dwarf spiders back here, a couple more AATs back here as well. Nothing too tragic. Looks like most of the clones in this small little command post area are down. Was this guy like on the HoloNet just watching his brothers die and still got his arms behind his back like, yes. Seems to be going poorly. Alright, we've got a Mark IV repeater over this way, spamming out some fire at the droids. The clone infant. Oh, there goes the ATTE. RIP. RIP to my guy. Oh, she's airborne. They hit the NOS. They hit the NOS on the jump pack, and she is airborne. That could actually be really bad. If it continues to go this way, it could crush Cody and his troopers. Oh, that could be really, really bad. Another explosion actually striking against the clones in the interior of the fort right there. This thing, bounce away. Bounce away from the clones. Bounce away. Ah! No. Oh, God. Oh, God. Oh, it crushed like 7 clones. Oh, that is not good. Okay. The droids managing to do big things by accident here. That is a very, very bad outcome for the clones right there. Oh, this lat is going belly up as well. Do not shoot into the air, please. That would be even more problematic. All these lats are smoking, dead, damaged. Yeah, the LAATs are dead, except for this one is still alive. It's a little bit belly up, but its front laser turret is still firing away, which is good. I mean, these things are pretty sweet, so hopefully it could get some kills. You could just kind of spam fire out. Yeah, do those sweeping shots and do little bits of damage to the droids as you go. It's not a bad gig. It's not a bad gig. Another AAT gets popped over here. So despite the interior clone defenses starting to take damage, despite the exterior being completely demolished, save for a few figures, they're still managing to get tank kills, which is really, really big. That tri-droid is going to be a serious problem. Both of these. They can hover over and just shoot down into the compound that the clones have established. That might be a really, really, really bad thing going forward. Oh, it's hunting this lat. Apparently the droid command is like, you gotta kill that lat. It's a real problem, boys. No bueno. No bueno. Alright, but the dwarf spider over here firing away. More droid infantry coming forward as well. We're looking pretty Gucci here. By the way, I just wanted to let you guys know that me and my family were in New Orleans last week for it's my sister's engagement party. And no, sorry, not engagement party, bridal shower. And Zelda was going, my wife Zelda was going. And so I tagged along with my dad, and we just went to a crawfish boil and stuff like that. It was really fun. But our Airbnb got robbed in the middle of the night. Oh yes, nice shots on those tri-droids. Way to go. Back to Star Wars. Back to Star Wars. But yeah, so basically what happened was, I've been like dying to tell this story. I thought about maybe making a video about it, but then I was like, nah, probably not. Oh, tri-droid goes down big time. That's a beautiful explosion right there. That's what you like to see, baby. Then nice. But yeah, the Airbnb we were in, Zelda and I were sleeping on the first floor, and my parents and my aunt and uncle were on the second floor. And in the middle of the night, Zelda and I start hearing really weird stuff going on, and we're like, oh, that's probably just like our parents getting up and going to the bathroom, moving stuff around, you know, whatever. Oh, nice rocket shot from the clones. Way to go. Beautiful. And so, you know, the noise keeps going on, and so finally I'm like, okay, that's weird. So I got up and I went to go check it out, and I like could have sworn I saw the window curtain like waving, like something had moved it. I was like, that's really weird because the window is closed. So I go there and there's like a little bit of mud on the windowsill. I'm like, that's super weird. That is super weird. Maybe there was a plant there though or something. So I checked the window. It does not lock. I was able to completely open it, and then I tried to fuss with the lock to get it to lock. It would not lock. And so at that point, I'm like, that's really, really weird. So I kind of look around the Airbnb, like, does anything look stolen? Does anything look out of place? Nothing looks out of place to me. By the way, clones are doing a really nice job in this defense right now. The droids are hammering them very, very hard from the western front over this way, but up north here, not too much going on. This way has been defeated for a long time for the droids, except for this, which might still be alive. I don't know. Nah, it's dead. It's flaming. And a little bit coming from the east, but there we go. Another tri-droid going down over there, and lots of droids over here still too. So either way, yeah, I'm like, this is peculiar, but it doesn't look like anything is stolen. It looks fine. Like nothing seems out of place. So I'm like, okay, I'm just imagining things. This is like 3 a.m. by the way. So I go back to bed, and the next morning, I'm up and I'm working downstairs on my computer, working on the Army Men book, and my dad comes down and is like, I can't find my wallet anywhere. Or no, I can't find my phone anywhere. And my stepmom comes down and is like, I can't find my purse anywhere. And so they're gone. They got stolen last night, and I didn't know that they were on the kitchen counter in the Airbnb. And so we were just like, oh, it's, you know, there's nothing stolen. I don't see anything out of place. I think I'm just imagining something. But no, it turns out that stuff was left on the kitchen counter, and the next morning it was gone. I mean, I wouldn't have been able to do anything that night because I didn't see anyone. You know, I checked out the window, didn't see anyone, stuff like that. But yeah, we were burgled, and the cop came in. We called the cops. The cop came in and was like, yeah, there's really nothing you could have done. Even like, you know, at night, if you had confronted these people, like, you know, a lot of the time, sadly, they're drug addicts and stuff like that, and they will do crazy things. So it's probably for the best you didn't see them, and it just sucks. I'm sorry, but it is, you know, it's just crappy. So yeah, pretty crazy freaking weekend. Pretty nuts. But the crawfish boil was fun. Alright, so the clones over this way are getting beat down. These droids have run a pretty swell flank coming from like over here, going around the side of this rock, and they got a nice flank shot on those clones up on that hill over there, which is really, really good. The clones in front of this lat are still doing okay as well. The interior is pretty damaged. There's a lot of dead clones across the battlefield right now, and there's a lot of dead droids, of course, too. Lots of droids coming in this way as well, but it seems like the clones at the moment are actually doing pretty well. If you look at the top left of the minimap here, red are clone troopers left alive, those little red dots. Blue are droids left alive, and it seems like they have an even number of soldiers, but the clones are a lot more condensed right now in their little fort, and the droids are a lot more spread out across the battlefield here. And it seems like the droids are much, much, much more hesitant on pushing forward. You can see they're all sort of stationary behind cover, you know, out of range of clone guns, stuff like that. It seems like they're fearing for their lives at the moment, and they don't want to actually proceed forward. This one lat right here, it's only got one driver in the pilot seat there, and then two guys here, and these guys actually, I believe, command the ball turrets. So it's still it's the only functional lat, and it has 87 infantry kills. The rest of them are down, dead, bad, all gonzo, unable to fight, and that one has completely covered the clone trooper army at this point. They are helping out tremendously. All right, let's go into normal speed here. Without that lad, the clones might be dead at this point. I'm actually surprised the droids never just like full force fired into this one to get the kill on it. It looked like they were trying, especially the tri-droids were trying to get the kill on it, but just never managed to. All right, we got an AAT moving through clone wreckage, explodes itself. A weird no clipping going on the battlefield right now, but I mean, hey, it is what it is. It's the Galaxy at War mod, you know, it's amazing for what it is, but it still is what it is, isn't it? These droids here I feel like are very, very promising. We've got free roaming droids actually pressuring them from all over. I think if the droids stay exactly where they are and do not counter the pressure, they just stay where they are, allow the clones to come to them, get some grenades off on the clones, get some fire off on the clones. These droids could do very, very big things, but they got to play it right, and I'm not entirely sure if they are going to be capable of that, because a few of them are pushing up a little bit more. They're getting kills on the clones, but if they just played this perfectly defensive, they'd likely be able to get a lot more kills by just cheesing grenades over there and stuff like that. It's a more boring strategy, and doesn't seem like one they're employing. We've got a bunch of droids still alive at this spire as well. A few clones have tried to attack them, and they're getting gunned down. You have to remember, every clone that pushes forward is one less clone that the droids actually have to kill in the defensive perimeter. And so this is a big folly from the clones here for sure, pushing these soldiers forward like this and taking these losses when they could just be staying completely defensive. It's like the American Civil War, man. If the Confederates had just played defensively, they have the easiest strategy of all time, but they decided to do Gettysburg, and it's really stupid. So that's definitely a problem right there. And the droids, you know, they're taking advantage of that problem the clones are putting upon themselves. The clones are attacking instead of staying put, and it's resulting in more losses. And potentially, if these free roamers all die, there's a lot less troopers left alive in the center, including Cody, who's chilling right there on top of the dead body of one of his friends. What a dope dude. I still need to watch the new episodes of the Bad Batch, by the way. I still have not, so yeah, I'll get that done pretty soon, and maybe we could do some Imperial Commander Cody gameplay and stuff like that, because I know that's a thing now. There's Imperial Commander Cody. Hold on, I'm taking a sip of seltzer water. Yeah, baby. Stay hydrated out there. Be a hydro homie. Heck yeah. So, I mean, right now, it's fairly balanced in terms of a firefight at the moment. I don't know how this thing is not able to kill this dwarf spider. That is an enigma to me. We got droid snipers all throughout. Clones counter pushing the droids. It's not going well, them doing that at all. They need to simmer down a little bit, but hey, that's okay. But for the moment, it seems like we are at a bit of an impasse right now where it's just a slugfest. It's the two sides just shooting each other relentlessly. Why don't we go ahead and do a little time lapse here of that happening. Alright boys, about 2 minutes has passed here, and it seems like the firing has definitely slowed down a decent bit. Still tons of clone troopers left alive, man. They're kicking. Oh, a little dwarf spider action. Coming forward. He's taking a few hits, but he's getting some shots off. And he's gone. And he's dead. Yeah, the droids really don't have a lot of troops left alive. Couple squads left. Whoa, this guy has 11 kills. He has double gold chevron experience now. That's crazy. And this dude has 4 kills. That's not too bad. Yeah, some of the droids have pretty good rank, I will say. But let's check on the clone ranks. So, for example, this trooper, 10 kills. Not bad. This trooper, 4 kills and a vehicle kill. This trooper, 1 kill and 2 vehicle kills. That's pretty good. This guy's got 1 kill. This guy's got 1 kill. This guy's got 3 vehicle kills. This guy's got 2 kills. No kills for that man right there. How about these guys over here? This guy's got 2 kills. This guy's got none. None. 4. Not bad. This guy's got none. This guy's got 1. This E-Web turret, 6 kills, 1 vehicle kill. That's not too bad. The guy underneath the ATTE, no kills. This guy's got none. This guy's got 2. This guy's got 1. Okay, so maybe not. Oh, wait. Here's some high kills. 3 kills, 1 vehicle kill. 5 kills. That's pretty good. How about this guy? 4 kills. That's not bad. It seems like the clone kills are actually spread out quite a bit. There's no singular dude getting like a crazy amount of kills. A couple of them, but really not that many. The lat staying alive is crazy. 111 kills and 1 vehicle kill. Meanwhile, the other 5 lats that they had died almost immediately. I'm shocked this one in particular managed to get so many kills and live for so long. This one, though, is dead. It's got 12 kills. This one's 2 damage to check. This one has 14 kills. This one's 2 damage, and this one is 2 damage to check. Sometimes they... basically, like, the ATTEs, if they die, I can't check them. If they're just peripherally damaged and not completely dead, I can check how many kills they have, basically. Either way, there are, like, 30 droids left alive. Why don't we go ahead and allow them to die out slowly here in a time lapse. Well, somehow, 13 minutes later, the droids are still slowly approaching the clones bit by bit. I mean, I'll let it run. It's fascinating. This droid's up to 13 kills, which is pretty good. He might have had 10 before, though. This guy's got 4. This guy's got none. This guy's got none. None. Very impressive lineup right there. I'll at least take these droids down because they're not actually fighting anymore. This guy's been chilling here for 10 minutes. These guys have also been chilling here for 10 minutes. I'll squat them up at the very least and bring these 2 forward to them. Oh, that might have been a mistake, but you better book it. No, he's dead. Okay, rip. Okay. Well, we'll continue to let these guys vibe. This clone is shooting his own clone relentlessly. What are we doing here, Republic? What are we doing here? This is ridiculous. All right, you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna go ahead and put these guys on free move mode. There's barely any droids left. The droids we do have are absolute garbage at this point. So let's free roam the clones and allow them to push forward if they would like to. If they do not want to, that is totally fine as well. But let's win this battle for us, boys. Let's win this battle. All right, we got guys over here pushing forward. I mean, at this point, they outnumber the droids like 3 or 4 to 1. The very beginning of the battle, the clones were outnumbered like 3 to 1. So it's kind of been a flippity doodah here. It's a little bit of a reversal here. But these droids are under super heavy fire from the clone troopers now. E-Web turret's still spamming out fire. I don't know if it's actually getting anything done, but he's out there. He's doing it. He's trying. And yeah. It's happening. It's happening. The clones are attempting to just finish this thing off. Those guys are dead. No one went this way. No one chose to go this way. They all went this way. They're just a bunch of followers. You're just a bunch of followers. Okay, there's a grenade. Beautiful. That'll get that kill. Droid doesn't even know it's on his back. Look at that. Easy clap. Easy clap territory. This droid is actually going to counter grenade. That could get some kills. That could get some kills. Get out of the way, boys! Yeah, it did get some kills. Oh, and these clones charge him. Wait. Hold on. Oh! Nice one. Good job. All right, is that it for the droids over here? Yeah, that's it for the droids over here. We've just got a few over this way now. Why don't we time-lapse it again? Because, again, they're not doing anything. And there we have it, boys. The clone troopers get the W here. I feel like this was a great battle, man. They clutched it out, and honestly, this lat here, it was a savior. It was a savior for sure. Without that, they very well might have died. Either way, guys, that's going to be about it for today's video. Please be sure to hit that like button if you did enjoy. Subscribe if you haven't already, and comment down below. I'll see you on the next one. Peace. Commander Cody has survived the encirclement of the LAAT gunships in the Second Battle of Geonosis. He's called upon Waxer and Boyle to reinforce with more clone ARV troopers as they're going in to fight against the droid factory. They've got ATTEs and ATOTs loaded with clone troopers as vehicle support, but they're going through a full-scale invasion of the droid army, meaning the droids are going to be heavily armed. AATs, HMPs, Tri-Droids, Geonosian laser cannons, the whole shebang throughout Bloody Canyon walls that the clones are going to have to migrate through. But the clones do have one advantage. The 2nd Airborne has landed in the flank of the droids and will draw away much of their defenses. Will the droid army tactics win and the commander of the droid forces succeed? Or will the clone troopers curb stomp them to the ground? Either way, guys, if you enjoy these videos, please be sure to hit that like button. It really does help me out a ton in the YouTube algorithm. If we could get like 700 likes in the first 24 hours, that would be awesome. Subscribe if you have not already, and comment down below if you'd like to see a part 3 to this, because part 1 was the initial landing point, which was a disaster, and the clones barely scraped by with a W. Or, you know, part 2 is going to be pretty difficult too. So we're going to see if they can manage to succeed, and if we get a part 3, and let me know. All right, let's do it. What's up, gamers? I'm here to tell you about Instant Gaming. Instant Gaming is an amazing place where you can get some fire deals on all sorts of video games. Seriously, it's like 60 to 95% off, as you can see here. These are all of the Star Wars titles they have. They literally have every Star Wars title. You can also get XCOM here, Men of War Assault Squad 2. All of the games I play on the channel you can buy here for extremely cheap prices. If you use my affiliate link in the description, it helps me out a ton. So thank you guys for listening to this sponsorship, and thank you to Instant Gaming for continuing to sponsor the channel. Alrighty then, boys, let's go ahead and go in slow-mo and press start right now and check out how this battle ends up going for the droids and clones. We've already got, it looks like ATTE fire going out at the tri-droid over this way. That tri-droid I don't think is going to be much of a match for the ATTE, especially with the bazooka troopers of the ARFs down below firing away at it, and so it's taking a lot of shots. Normally tri-droids are pretty good, but ATTE, I mean, it's just a class of its own. Other than that, I see sniper shots, so this is DC-15X troopers and E5 snipers firing at each other. They're the only ones with enough range at the moment to actually take pot shots at each other, so you just kind of have to be a clone or droid and hope that you don't get head sniped throughout this entire thing before you get up to the front lines where you can actually fire yourself. I hear smoking over here and the sirens going off, so yeah, the tri-droid is low health at this point. Is it even doing anything? It's moving. It is. Okay, it's firing a little bit over this. I don't know what it's doing, man. That thing is being an absolute idiot, so good for it. You know, have fun, buddy. Have fun. It is full-on warfare over here, though, on these Geonosian spires, as we have another tri-droid up in the mountains over that way. We've got two AATs, though. The one on the far left there, you can see, is already down, and then bunkers and bunkers of droids. And so many clones, it looks like, have already perished at the hands of the battle droids here, and a lot of that could be thanks to these sonic blasters. 1 and 2 are down up here, but there's many more throughout this battlefield, and they are deadly. Geonosian blasters, especially the heavy blaster cannons, are super deadly in this mod. They have really good accuracy. They sometimes do bounce shots, so they can get collaterals and things like that if you're lucky. They are deadly powerful. So it seems like already the Geonosians are getting to work on these clones here. They got multiple bunker positions as well, so they're super undercover. This is going to be a tough assault for the Geonosian ARF troopers that the clone troopers are sending forward here. And luckily for them, they do have that tank support. That is a beautiful looking little cinematic shot right there. Check that out. Ooh, droid rockets impacting pretty hard right there. Luckily only got 1 kill on the clones, but this could just be an absolute massacre going forward for the clones. Luckily, they're getting a lot of really decent fire out. How's that HMP doing? Oh, it's on the ground. Oh, it's... Wait, is it still alive? This HMP is technically still alive. It looks like it's, oh. Yeah, its thrusters had been destroyed or damaged, so it had sunk to the ground, and then it was just a matter of the clones basically picking it off right there. Still got an AAT up this side, though, and a sonic blaster that is firing away, and it looks like this thing has gone to work. Oh my god, it is a massacre over here. Look at that, like 30 dead clones. The 2nd Airborne. We have not checked in on the 2nd Airborne this entire time. How are you guys doing? How are y'all doing? Actually, they're doing pretty well. I don't see any dead 2nd Airborne troopers over here, and it looks like they killed a little pocket of bugs over this way, and they're working on some more droids and bugs over here to come. So the 2nd Airborne are doing a great job. I don't know if they're really distracting the main force on the mountain, but that's sort of their task, is to move up there. Speaking of which, let's head back up this way and see. This mountainside is going to be one of the most difficult, I think, for the clones to take. Multiple sonic blasters up here, a lot of really tough positions to fire up at. I mean, if you think about it, the droids, they can have just like a portion of their body showing for the clones below, and so they have just amazing cover up here. It is going to be really tough to kill these guys, and so far the clones have only gotten a few kills on them, and it looks like the clone troopers have met heavy fire resistance. All right, let's bump it up a speed here as we really get into this thing. Another AAT on the mountainside there going down, which is going to be a big kill for the clone troopers. That is very nice. By the way, guys, oh, there's Waxer, Boyle, and Cody participating in the battle. Very nice. But by the way, guys, I am potentially going to be uploading this mission file to the Steam Workshop as an experiment. This map is by Mr. Bloodmoon. However, the mission I made myself here, so I was thinking about maybe trying to upload my first ever mission file to the Steam Workshop to see if that really does anything, and if people enjoy it or anything like that, and then maybe I'll upload more to the Steam Workshop, or I was maybe thinking like as an extra benefit to being a Patreon member or a YouTube channel member to put them there. I don't know entirely what I'm going to do just yet, but I think I finally figured out how to save them, and if I can get them uploaded to the Steam Workshop, I will do that. So no promises right now, but I think I might be able to get it up there. It is an editor-only mission, so you can't play this in single player. You have to load up the editor and then load the mission file in that as well. So that's just sort of an idea. We'll see if it ends up coming to fruition. Hopefully I can do it without any problems, and you guys can check it out, because that's something people have been requesting of me for years. Alright, Tri-Droid up there ends up getting busted. This AAT is down as well. The clones are now starting to rock on up to the second level of mountain defenses up here, where we've got a lot more droids. We've got more sonic blaster cannons up this way. This path over here still looks like it has a couple Geonosians, maybe just the one Geonosian. Oh, and a droid left alive. So these guys will likely go down too, but the clones have somewhat taken out the first level of defenses. In doing so, they have taken severe losses. Yellow are dead droids, red are dead clones, and a lot of the clone bodies are destroyed because of explosions, as well as walkers stepping over them. So yeah, clones have taken severe casualties at this point, but they're going up into the second tier of defenses that the droids are sporting here. And I'm not entirely sure if the ATTEs are going to be all that helpful from here on out. This one right here, obviously getting shot down by droid rockets in an efficient manner. That was really well done. But these ones over here, they seem to be snaking their way through this valley, stepping over the HMP, which is kind of funny. But they very well could get stuck. Pathfinding with ATTEs are not that good, and don't let their name all-terrain fool you, because they do not do well in all terrains in this mod at all. So just keep that in mind there. All right, another clone just sort of snuck his way up this way. He's got DC-15A. Probably not going to be all that effective, but he's somehow managed to juke a lot of those droid shots, and there's some more coming on in here. So he very well could go down. His buddy's curving off to the right. He does go down on the left. Let's see. I mean, it's kind of sad how many shots the droids are missing there, but they finally do get the kill on that guy. Those were the guinea pigs, I'm afraid to say. They were the early adopters of the assault. Okay, what's going on over here? Let's see what's cracking. All right, looks like the 2nd Airborne are still kind of stalled out right here. They're fighting one droid here and a few Geonosians. They wiped out these Geonosians, so like they're doing something, but not all that much. They're really not that helpful at the end of the day. These guys are not being helpful at all, and there's still all these Geonosians and sonic blasters and stuff like that at the entrance to the mountain fortress here. So as of right now, the clones are not managing to get there through their 2nd Airborne troopers, though they really are there just to weaken the droids, but I don't think they've done a great job of that as of yet. Alright, the mountain climbing clones over this way are going up against the Geonosian lines. The sonic blaster cannons firing. Really nice shot from a clone rocket trooper right there. Manages to take one of those bad Larrys out. That's going to be big. You need to take many more of those out before the end of day. Yes. And more clones are beginning to mount up on these rocks and get some fire out. There's another large bunker right here where I'm clicking. That's going to be a very difficult position for the clones to take for sure. Let's bump it up to normal speed here. Hi, I'm normal. All right, normal speed, here we go. Clones up the left flank here, taking some losses actually as they go, but they're kind of pioneers. They're riding this baby for miles. We got Waxer, Boyle, Cody up here too. That's probably the only reason they're being so gung-ho is their commander's with them, and they don't want a bad performance report. So these guys are going and balling out. Middle section will not be deterred though. They are in a little bit of a competitive stance against the left side and feel like they want to get to the top of the rock here first. So they're going down middle. They're taking losses. Boys on the left going up left and taking losses. It is just a very hard situation to be in. More Geonosians chilling right here, but an ATT off in the corner starts just blasting them and ripping into these guys. There's Waxer and Boyle as well, killing Geonosians themselves. And there's Cody on the line there too, and now the clones get to use this thing as basically their own trench line against the droid bunker up above. Not quite as good of cover as the droid bunker is up there, but it's still going to be helpful for these clone troopers. Now we're getting to the point in the battlefield where the clones need to stop taking these mass casualties or they won't have enough troopers for the very end of the battle. I'm not too worried as of yet, but the clones have taken some serious casualties. It's hard to ignore that, and they are dwindling their numbers quite a bit with every single assault that they go on. All right, how's it going over this way? Looks like these sonic blasters got taken out. There's a couple more droids left alive over here. Some more Geonosians here, more Geonosians back here as well. Might bump it back down to speed because it is getting a little bit laggy. We have a bunker over this way too, and a lot of dead clones over here. Ooh, oy vey. But they're getting up there. They're getting up there. They're starting to pounce. They're getting these kills, and they are in grenading distance, so if the clones do start to sling some granatas down there, I think that would be very, very profitable for them. That's probably a good idea for the clones. I don't know if they're actually going to go ahead and do it. I'd recommend it, personally, but that just might not happen. These Geonosians going down without getting really too many kills here. Well, there's a little bit. There's a little bit. Even though these discs are super powerful, it's so derpy watching a clone die to them. There's like no impact to them, so they just kind of sit down and die. Oh, okay, that one had some impact apparently. I stand corrected, never mind. What's up, brother? A little Geonosian fire for you, brother. My sketch impression is absolutely god-awful, but it's stuck in my head. That man is contagious. All right, how are the 2nd Airborne Troopers? Wait, pause. Were you two in charge of driving this? What happened, brother? What? How did... Okay. You know what? All-terrain my butt. Sure, dude. Sure. Alright, 2nd Airborne over here has taken some more casualties against these droids and Geonosians. Maybe they need to be saved by a flank from the actual main force, because they're just stuck right there right now. But it looks like Cody and the boys took out the Geonosians up here, so they might actually come to their rescue. This bunker got busted. The rest of the droids and Geonosians up here are all dead. It did require a large number of clone deaths around these areas here, around these parts, and further up. So Geonosians definitely took the L, but they did whittle down the clone troopers yet again over there. And over this way, these guys are holding out just a little bit. Not anything crazy. There's, what? Yeah, 3 droids and Geonosians over this way. One just died. He had like 5 kills though, or something like that. That was pretty good. These 2 will likely die soon. There's a small little tunnel over here. I don't know if the clones are going to take it, but if they do, they're in for a little bit of a surprise right there. Could be deadly. We got another bunker here. We got another full stack bunker here. We got more Geonosians over this way. We've got Geonosians back here, back in this bunker, back over here with another sonic blaster. All throughout this terrain here that the 2nd Airborne has been dealing with. So there's still a substantial separatist force left alive on the battlefield. I just don't know how effective they're going to end up being. These Geonosians start to tangle with them a little bit. More of just a scouting party of Geonosians up here. I don't expect big things from them, but maybe they can get a kill or 2, but there's really only 3 of them up here. And these bugs are gonna go down. These bugs are not for long. No, sir. And these Geonosian ARF troopers up here are doofing around now. These guys ended up dying, so they're done. Looks like they might have gotten a kill or 2. Alright, it's more about the rest of the clones kind of making it to the front lines here. These Geonosians do end up going down, and they didn't get any kills. Okay, rip to them. Sad. It is what it is. Some droids down here in this tunnel. 2nd Airborne pushing forward and ignoring these Geonosians here. Choosing to just straight up ignore them. Let's go into normal speed. Well, the Geonosians start firing into them again. They've got this really weird sand dune head glitch space here. The clones did sort of spread out a little bit more, so that's going to be more helpful for them, and they might finally be able to kill these Geonosians. And they are, yeah, okay, they're killing these Geonosians. These bugs are going down. There you go. All right, clones were doing an advanced strategy there, and now the 2nd Airborne gets to push further in here and attempt to take potentially the inner little area here, but the interior defenses start to fire away. There's a major sonic blaster cannon over there, and it is firing away. It seemed to do absolutely nothing right there, so that's cool. But these clones are getting good fire out. I mean, the DC-15A is not something to scoff at, and there is that sonic blaster cannon that we've been seeing and just absolutely decimates clones right there. Just absolutely gives them the old 1-2 Kapuya punch and destroys them. All right, some more shots coming in. That thing is deadly, bro. Oh! Oh, it's super weird how it hits, though. It's hard to tell where the explosive sort of radius is going to go. But that's a lot of 2nd Airborne dead right off the bat there. They did cause a little bit of chaos, which is good. They killed a couple of droids over here, but nothing too crazy. See, clones are now lining the ridges up there. Oh! Geonosian Blaster has got some range to it. Look at that. Holy cow. Wow. All right, it's getting some kills. That's impressive. Honestly, if the droids win this, it's those sonic blasters doing their work. But look at that. That's a beautiful little angle that the clones came up with right there to take out these 2 droids without having to take too many losses of their own. That's impressive. Is anyone in this canyon? No, this canyon is still empty. All right. And these clones are still tootling about over here. Looks like they're coming forward this way. They might have to deal with this bunker here or this bunker here pretty soon. But for now, it's Cody's force over here that's taking on the main bulk of boys. Looks like 2nd Airborne somehow died up here? How did that I am so confused. So unbelievably confused. That Sonic Blaster Cannon continuing to do work, continuing to get big clone trooper kills when it is needed most for the Battle Droid army here. It's tough. Still got Geonosians and droids all littered throughout this valley too, so the clones are far from donezo here. With this battle, we got more Geonosians over here starting to interact in the battlefield too. That's that sort of glancing bounce shot that can happen. It's kind of cool. It's kind of cool. Bunker still alive. Oh, there's a clone right here. He really snuck on in there. He could just get a grenade in that bunker and wipe him out. But for now, he's just chilling. For now, he doesn't want to reveal his position. And I'm wondering if these droids and Geonosians are going to do anything big here. They've got targets out this way. They're just not firing at them. They can fire this way. They're also not firing at them, so I don't know. I don't know, dude. All right, what's going on over here? Is the big blaster still alive? Yes, sir, it is. The clones need to kill this thing in order to win this battle. If this thing remains alive for much longer, the entire clone force could be killed by it. It is devastating. It does have that really good explosive fire, but it's also just kind of a rapid fire, a super accurate laser because it's getting single kills left and right here, back to back to back to back. Not good. Not good. That is the biggest threat to the clone trooper army right now. Not these pitiful little mosquitoes that are getting killed. It's the big mosquito in the back. Yes. All right, these guys splitting up, running forward, getting to cover. Where's the commander droid? There he is. He's got his little posse of Geonosians with him too, so he's still alive. That's cute. Where's Commander Cody though? Oh, there they are. All right, we've got Waxer Boyle up here. Although I don't actually know where Commander Cody himself is. Curious. All right, they're going for the bunker system over this way. Number of clones going down to small arms fire from the droids and Geonosians over this way. It's pretty all-out warfare here. That's a very, very tall spire that the clones have to go up against here. Honestly, it'd be pretty cool to do a battle with just this mountain spire here because look how tall and like daunting looking it is. That would actually be kind of a sick battle. Is there a way up it? Yeah, there's a way up it back here. So we could do like an entire droid holdout of the back of the fortress here or something like that. That could be kind of cool. I'm just saying for part 3, maybe the droids manage to reinforce that or something like that. I don't know. It depends if the clones end up winning this or not. But let me know in the comment section below if you'd like to see that being defended to the last man or something like that in the next episode. I don't know. This is such a big map. We've still got the interior of the fortress over here too. This map is huge, guys. This map is massive. So we have some serious options we can do with part 3 and 4 and 5 or whatever, however many parts you guys want to see. We have some options. Actually, still a ton of droids and Geonosians left alive up here. They're still cooking up there. There's a couple 2nd Airborne. Oh, no, one's Commander Cody. There's Commander Cody. There's the 2nd Airborne trooper. So they're still alive, too. Let's go! Very cool. Yeah, the clones are seriously struggling with killing these guys. But the droids are pretty suppressed right now. They're not popping up to fire all that much, so it's not too devastating. Oh! We got one droid. Oh, he did. Oh, okay. All right. He's dead, guys. Let's leave him alone. My goodness. All right. And then the front here has been completely ignored for the time being as the clones move up towards this spire over here. And ATT is actually making the dream come true. I didn't think I'd see it. I thought the ATTs would get stuck and never come forward. But there's one right there. This one also kind of coming through. Actually, really pleasantly surprised. This one, that's an ATOT, did not make it at all. That one is super dead. So, That one's a little less impressive. Now the clones seem to be a little stuck on what to do. They're not really getting the kills that they want on that. And I don't think they want to go up against the Sonic Blaster Cannon without tank support. Oh wait, did they kill the droids down here? Oh, there's still 2 droids. These guys might be glitched. Since they're under that wall, they might be glitched, so just move them out here. Oh, well, there you go. The last one unglitched himself. But yeah, that happens when they're underneath rocks and stuff like that, like this. They tend to get glitched and stuff like that. So there's actually still quite a number of clones up that way. Interesting. Oh, wait, the bunker is starting to get under attack again. Interesting. Why don't we time-lapse this real quick, because this could last a while. Alright, so these droids up here just ain't dying, dude. They're just chilling. 2 of them died. That's it, but they're just chilling. I think it's a really hard position to attack. So maybe it kind of would make sense if in the next episode that little spire stays alive and we have to do a full-on assault of that little Geonosian fortress there, or something like that. I don't know. Could be kind of neat, but as of right now, it's not really dying, and it seems like the clones, particularly being led by Cody, are going for a side sweep of the front entrance to the factory here. Oh, no, they're getting distracted again. Getting distracted again. Oh, fellas. Oh, my goodness. Yeah, I don't think these droids are going to... You know what we're going to do? We're gonna duck these droids down. I don't think these droids are going to die up here. So we'll duck them back down, and this will be its own fortress in the next episode, I think. I think that would be kind of cool. And now let's try and re-gear the clones to an assault on the front of the factory, because they're straight goofing right now. What are you guys even shooting? Straight up nothing. They're just goobing. They're just being goobers. I don't know what they're doing. All right, so let's get a friggin' attack of the factory going. Come on, boys. We got work to do. So we got 1 squad of clones going up against these droids over here. It seems like they're out of sight for the Sonic Blaster, or it's just focusing on some... I mean, I think it's pointing at the ATTE actually over here. It's just surrounding that fortress over there. So unless it re-snaps its attention this way, I don't know what's going to happen with that. All right, clones are making plays. Droids over here and Geonosians kind of chilling. Oh, here we go. Yep, Sonic Blaster is back in the mix here, and it is going all out on these clone troopers, getting some kills. Geonosians also getting some kills with their small arms. Droids helping out too. That squad is pretty much dead. Luckily, there's many, many more clone squads coming on in here, and they're going to attack this position here and go for the Kupoya punches on these Geonosians, going for a little bit of melee right there, and now they have this position on lock, and they can start firing in on that bunker over that way and hopefully take down a few of them. That could be pretty good, but this Sonic Blaster Cannon is still going absolutely ham-bony on these droids and Geonosians right now. Oh, Droid Commander ended up getting knocked. I don't know why, by what, but something killed him, so he is down for the count now, and it's probably just a matter of time before the clones end up taking out the last of these Geonosian bunkers here. I think the droids are probably screwed, and the clones are going to secure a W. If these guys would pay attention and actually come forward, I don't know what they're doing. There's still 1 second airborne trooper. That's hilarious. The last known survivor stalks his prey in the night. All right, yeah, this Sonic Blaster Cannon is still going to do some work here. Still getting some kills. That thing is a beast. How many kills does it have? Come on, tell me. Tell me. 60. Insane. Insane. A 60 bone. That's crazy. All right, let's time-lapse the last little hoorah of droids here. It's going to last a while, I think. Finally, the turret gets knocked out after 4 minutes of grind right there by the clones. That was a lot. Oh no, they got back up! They were still alive! They're actually still alive after that second shot there too. Oh my god, this thing has 122 kills. They're continuing to pound it. You guys need to push right now. It's good to keep suppressing and keep this guy down, but y'all gotta push up here and finish this thing. Hit it again, hit it again, hit it again, boys. Hit it again, or you're screwed. Hit it again. Oh my god. Oh, oh no. Oh my god. This is brutal. No, come on. Come on, clones. Just kill the droid. It's not that hard. You have the rocket launcher. You've done it 3 times. They can't do it now, apparently. Still a couple droids and Geonosians like weirdly melded into this bunker. That's a glitch, but okay. Oh my god. This might be the single greatest sonic laser cannon defense of all time. There's still plenty of clones back here. Lots of vehicles have died back here. Clones over here too. So clones still have a steady stream coming forward. But they just need to kill this cannon. It's kind of pathetic, actually. Oh my god, let's just let it ride again. Okay, this thing went on another little reign of terror, but has been taken out again, and this time the guy is down for good. 158 kills from that, which is insane. These guys are still hiding up here for the next episode. If you guys want to see that, I think it'd be really cool. I think most of you will probably agree. And so now it's just up to a few clones to sort of push forward, kill the last remaining of these droids and Geonosians here. But wow, clone trooper losses were crazy, dude. Alright, that one droid over there ended up dying. There goes the Geonosian. These guys over here are like weirdly in the wall here. There's the 1 airborne trooper coming up. Coming on up here. Alright. Do you guys want to just kill him? Like, what's going on? They're like in the wall. It's so strange. Well, it's not that strange. It's Men of War. This happens all the time. But that did nothing because they're in the wall. Okay, bring him out. Bring him out. Bring him out. Let's get some kills. Yeah. Oh, we were gonna Rambo him, but he died. How about this guy? Yeah, no, he got beat to death. How about this guy? No, he's dead. All right. Well, this battle, severe losses for the clone troopers. Yellow are dead droids. Red are dead clones. Clones took immense losses across the entirety of the battlefield. Still managed to squeak out a W, except this fortress is still alive. So in the next episode, I think we should go ahead and siege this thing. Let me know in the comments if you guys agree. Either way, guys, thanks so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Please be sure to hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and comment down below. I'll see you on the next one. Peace. Commander Cody has successfully landed on Geonosis and established a foothold. He's attempting to siege the facility that the droids are producing more droids from. A droid factory, if you will. However, he's come upon a challenge. A single spire fortress was unable to be captured in the last video. The droids have reestablished their defenses there, with new sonic cannons, battle droids, and Geonosians defending the small fortress. TYR-110 was the droid that successfully killed over 100 clones in the last video with a sonic blaster cannon. He is now known as Tyrone, and is leading the defense of the fortress at the peak. Will the droids stop the clones from taking the spire, and thus preventing them from sieging the rest of the facility? Or will Cody's troopers be triumphant once again? If you guys do enjoy this video, please be sure to hit that like button. It really does help me out a ton in the YouTube algorithm if you do. Subscribe if you haven't already. And comment down below if you'd like to see the next part of this series. Either way, let's get into it. What's up, gamers? I'm here to tell you about Instant Gaming. Instant Gaming is an amazing place where you can get some fire deals on all sorts of video games. Seriously, it's like 60 to 95% off, as you can see here. These are all of the Star Wars titles they have. They literally have every Star Wars title. You can also get XCOM here, Men of War Assault Squad 2. All of the games I play on the channel you can buy here for extremely cheap prices. If you use my affiliate link in the description, it helps me out a ton. So thank you guys for listening to this sponsorship, and thank you to Instant Gaming for continuing to sponsor the channel. Alrighty then, gamers, let's go in slow-mo here and press start as the clone trooper forces begin to move forward on the Geonosis Spire fortress here. Oh, we've already got shots getting fired over this way. These troopers are commanded by Waxer over here, and it looks like a small droid vanguard squad is at the very front lines over this way, and they're immediately getting wrecked. They're probably just an early warning system for the droids to let the rest of the fortress know, hey, the clones have come back to try and finish the job. But these guys will hopefully be able to get a couple kills, maybe. The ATTE is just absolutely rolling them, so I don't think that is going to be the case. It looks like we've got, already one of the sonic blaster cannons over here is down for the count. These things are very, very valuable. They are what can make the droids win this thing outright. So keeping those alive is going to be muy importante. It's not happening right now, and it does appear to be sort of a battle of the snipers at the very start, just like last battle, honestly, with the only people being able to fire at this point is the people who have the range on their rifles. So DC-15X snipers, which we can see here, as well as droid snipers, are the only ones able to fire at this range. But now some clones are getting within range of some of these bunker systems that the droids have. Huge amounts of explosions rocking the droid fortress as ATTEs begin to open up into them as well. Clones are taking some seriously heavy fire at this point. Sonic blaster cannons doing some serious damage. Wait, is this... That droid got back on the gun! Oh, it's still alive! It's still kicking! Okay, that's not a very good thing for the clones. They need to take that out again. It's no good when that happens because, boom! That shot rips into him, and there should be an okay, the explosion didn't kill the clones. It's so weird. Sometimes the sonic blaster cannons do the damage, sometimes they don't. Over here, we've got Boyle moving up with his troops. They're laying low. They know those cannons are going to be targeting them, and it doesn't matter because they do fire. Okay, all right, it hit the hill. They're okay. Yeah, at this point, just get up and start firing, boys. Laying low probably not going to work because these cannons are going to be able to shoot you pretty good here, I think. We need the ATTE to come forward. It is firing off its shots very inaccurately at this point because it's still pretty far away on the battlefield. But there we go. The top cannon of the ATTE bunker busts, does not manage to kill any droids inside the bunker. The bunker is very absorbent of a lot of shock power because it's made of very sort of bendable material. That's how bunkers work, and so the shock does not end up killing all of the droids inside. It gets absorbed into the bunker essentially, and Boyle goes down. He was acting as the vanguard for the Clone Trooper Legion here, and he ends up getting shot down. So we're going to need a medic over here on Boyle. How's Waxer doing? He's probably not too keen to hear that his best friend has gone down, but at this point, he needs to fixate on fighting. We've got tons of Sonic Blaster fire coming into these Clone Troopers over here and wiping them out left and right. And honestly, in the last battle, Sonic Blaster cannons were not a big deal, except for the very last one, which ended up getting like 140 kills. Of course, you know, they're pretty easy to take out. The droid on top has almost no cover for him, so he just needs to get shot a few times and he is dead. It's just the very front of the turret that's covering him. So not super difficult to take these things out. It's just a matter of the clones actually aiming at them. And right now there's a small squad of Geonosian droids and clone troopers, and Geonosians and battle droids getting taken on by clone troopers as the clones try to converge on them instead of working on the sonic turrets. I see Waxer's way up ahead over here. He's taking some shots. He's gonna go down. He is for sure gonna go down. He's still alive somehow. He's at least taking cover now under the trenches. That's good, but he is a heavy target right here. At least he is distracting a lot of that droid fire, and it's preventing the rest of his clones back here from getting shot by that fire. These guys are super condensed, super together. That is not good. They need to spread out a little bit more if they want to live through this thing, man. These guys going up against the droids and the Geonosians over there, which is good to see. Very nice. How's Cody's men doing? We have not checked in on Cody's men. The ATTE over here is sidestepping the battlefield. Do you maybe want to go forward? That'd be cool. I'm gonna do that for you because you're being an idiot. The rest of the clones over here have been taking some serious losses. There's like a little cave system in here, and oh my god, that's a lot of clones in there. Okay, most of the clones taking cover in the cave system. It looks like Cody went down here to go check out what's inside this portion of the cave with some troopers and ends up getting killed by the battle droid army there. So, RIP to Cody. I guess there's a medical droid here. You know what? Skirt. Okay, healing. What about Lord Gonk? Lord Gonk, come and bless this man. Beep, bop, boop, bop. And Cody has stabilized, and he just needs a little back to bath, and he'll be okay. Because he's my favorite clone trooper, and he can't die. Alright. The rest of the droids inside here getting just absolutely destroyed. One Sonic Blaster Cannon down over here. Where's the other one? Oh, it's over this way. This one is still alive, currently still firing away at some of these clone troopers. Again, most of the clone troopers taking cover in the cave, so shout out to the very brave soldiers who aren't in the cave, and that second one goes down as well. So now it's just a little bit of droid infantry over here that the clones will have to deal with. Not too big of a deal. Cody's men did take substantial losses, but they're doing okay now. ATTE over here is just lording over these droids. Look at that double kill. Oh, it's going ham. It's going absolute ham. Droid rockets still firing into it, particularly from the top bunker up here. Again, this position very, very hard to kill, so the clones are going to have to go in and do it manually, and it looks like some clones are coming through our tunnel system over this way now, and they are pouring in some fire. They're taking a lot of shots. They're pretty dense, so if a rocket or a sonic blaster shot goes in here, we're looking at mass casualties, but for now, they're able to ball up their fire and get a lot of shots out all at once from this tunnel system, so not a bad play from the clone troopers one bit. This is pretty solid. This is pretty solid. This is how you take care of a choke point like this. You just go through guns ablazing. So they're getting a lot of cover fire out, a lot of suppressive fire, taking out the droids, stuff like that. So this is perfect. This is perfect. But you have to remember, this is just the exterior of the Spire Fortress. We have all of this interior to go through as well, and ATTEs are not going to be able to fit through there, so it's going to be extra hard. Still got two Sonic Blaster Cannons over here. This one's dead, this one's alive, this one's alive. So the clones do have some work cut out for them, but for the time being, they're doing okay. And look at that ATTE shot. Kills the Geonosis on the back of that Sonic Blaster Cannon. Very well done, and it is going to tumble, baby. That thing is not going to be recoverable by the droids. Very nice. Would love to see. And here comes the rest of this clone infantry, and I don't think there are any Sonic Blaster Cannons left to shoot them. The only thing they have to really worry about is rocket launchers. Uh-oh. Okay, so this ATTE, its sirens are going off. I wouldn't be surprised if it starts flaming pretty soon because its shield generator is now down. That's what the sirens mean. It's getting some more shots off. It knows the targets to take out, and that would be the Sonic Blaster Cannons up here, which it's working on. So in its brave last little stand here, it's managing to do some fairly big things, and you gotta appreciate that. All right, how are Cody's men doing over here? We know Boyle's men are working hard. Cody's men, looks like they're also working very, very hard. They finally take out that Sonic Blaster Cannon. Wait, I thought that was already taken out. Maybe it got remanned. I don't know why they're shooting it so much, but there's not much resistance left here for the clones. A few droids that are choosing to stay silent at the time being. Maybe as the clones get closer and they can see the green of their visors, they'll start to fire into them. But for now, those droids are completely silent. Okay. How about Waxer's men? Oh my god, it is a disaster. Okay. We have a mass casualty field over this way. If you look at the minimap at the top left, blue are clone troopers left alive, red are droids left alive. Still a lot of Boyle's men, still a lot of Cody's men. Waxer's men are few and far between. We got maybe 2 squads worth left alive. There's Waxer. He is down for the count. His ATTE is still alive, and it's going to join this one over here, which is on fire, so maybe they're just requesting reinforcements from Waxers and trying to order this one over here. So that'll be good, but it seems like it's going to be up to Cody and Boyle's men at this point to continue onward. These droids over here begin to finally fire at Cody's men over this way. I think Cody's men should be able to win this without too much of a problem. I don't know. We'll just have to see. It can be tough out there, man. It can be very, very tough out there. But these clones are spamming fire into the droids. And looks like they might be getting some good kills. Yeah, there you go. That's a rack of DZ-15X fire going into these guys all at once. All right, let's go bump it up a speed here. As we shouldn't be having too many lag problems. This isn't like an uber laggy battle to begin with, so it should be okay, I think. Yeah, these clone troopers just kind of need to suffocate the droids here. Keep them suppressed until you can finally manage to get some angles on them, or they pop up like this, and then get your shots in and slowly kill them. This should be a no clone death result here on these droids, unless they really mess it up somehow. But this region over here should be good. Okay, there goes one of those droids, and they'll do the same to the other ones there as they go. These droids in here are another story. They're still pretty compact over here. They've got some cheeky little angles that they can fire from, and makes it very hard for the clones to fire into them. Clones are pretty stacked over here, and they're having to go up against that bunker up above as well. So that's very problematic for the clones there. That bunker being able to pour fire down into them as they have to also simultaneously attack the ground forces of the droids and Geonosians over this way. But it wouldn't be the second battle of Geonosis without it being extraordinarily difficult for no apparent reason. These Geonosians somehow know how to put up a good fight, man, and it does become rather difficult for the clones. So we've got these guys pushing forward. They're working as a unit. They're working through their losses. They've taken some losses. There we go. There's that ATTE dead. So the droids do manage to kill that one right over there. This one's still very much alive. Is it? If it's stuck, I'll just go ahead and fix it like that. There you go. Unstuckified. There you are. But this one, its driver died. Not driver, it's main gunner. But it's kind of vibing. I don't know what it's doing. We'll just leave it for now because I unstuck one. We'll give him the one and not mess with the other one. We got some snipers over here still left alive, so still some powerful hitters for the clones. But honestly, what I would do is just run up here and get some grenades off. It seems like the droids aren't really able to shoot you anyway because of this rock formation. Probably hitbox is a little too big than it's supposed to be in the game, so that's probably why. So just get grenades off and kill these guys and start proceeding forward, because we got 2 more sonic blaster cannons here, and that might be it. I think that's it for the droids and sonic blaster cannons, which is not too bad for the clones. They can deal with 2 very easily, I think, unless one of them turns into the second coming of Rambo again, and in which case we're screwed. Okay, bit of a grenade right there. Blows up just 1 clone somehow. I don't know how. Clones are deciding to worm their way through this tiny little crack here to go at these droids. And it's derpy. It do be derpy. All right, let's go to normal speed here. Oh my god. Men of War strikes again with the derpiness. It's the hitboxes. That's the real problem. But there we go. They're flooding in now. They're getting their kills. They're taking a couple losses. Nothing too horrible. There we go. There we go. All right, they're making it through. And Cody's men join them on the other side as well. Beautiful. Okay, so the bottom forces should be donezo for the droids. We've still got the bunker up here, which is heavily manned, and they're still getting fired down at the clones below. But the clones have managed to destroy a few of them, knocking the heads off of a few droids there. We got a couple droids up here also firing away. These are very hard droids to kill, my man. These guys, extremely difficult to shoot them. Extremely difficult. So his fortress is not exactly going to bend to the clones' will very easily. Ah, there we go! The clones are finally grenading these droids, and guess what? It works out. Guess what? That's exactly what they needed to do. So now they're actually making some progress over here, and they'll open up the avenue for the rest of the clones to move in. These guys might have taken heavy casualties, but they can still help out by paving the path up towards the front entrance here. All right, there we go. Beautiful grenade right there. Takes out those droids. Now these guys can start working on these sonic blaster cannons. That's such an easy kill. Kill him, kill him, kill him. Come on. Oh, God. Oh, God. Okay, they got 1 kill. They got 1 kill. That's huge. Okay, the other one is starting to shoot into them. All right. Okay, it's fine. It's fine. You got 1. There's now just 1 sonic blaster cannon left alive for the droids. Very, very big. Very, very big for the clones to be able to do that. All right, all right. So let's push on forward here and take this thing out. It's not firing right now, which is a very good thing. And then the clones just have to walk on up here and take out these droids, which will be a challenge. There's a lot of droids up here, and it is a choke point, but I think the clones can do it. And then they have to take this as well, which does have defenses on the interior too, so that's going to be tough as well. This is not going to be a walk in the park, but, I mean, look at all these clones. Despite mass casualties, they brought enough troopers to make this happen. Full-scale planetary invasion part 2 is in full swing here. And of course, if they take this, then they are able to launch their siege on the droid factory here, which I heard you guys, we definitely will be trying to incorporate a super tank in there because that's pretty prevalent in the second battle of Geonosis, so thank you to the commenter for that. Alright, clones working their way up here. It looks like this did end up getting killed at some point. I don't know how, but alright, good for the clones. Good for the clones indeed. 1 Geonosian dies up here, 5 clones die. That's how this is going to go from now on, because this is going to be a hard-fought victory now. Alright. They're taking it slow. Oh, they can mountain climb up here? Oh, that might allow for a second avenue if these clones can glitch their way up there. That would actually be pretty huge. But yeah, Next battle, of course, we're going to go for the facility, and we are going to incorporate, I think, if I remember, some super tanks. And then, you know what else happens in the Battle of Geonosis? The second Battle of Geonosis is the brain worms. So maybe we have the second coming of some clone trooper zombies on the battlefield too. This is not going to end at 3 parts. This is a 3-parter right now. This is a trilogy right now. But I'm thinking this is like a 6 or 7 episode series, if you were to ask me. Clones get some nice grenades off right there. They end up grenading their own trooper though too. And so they did more damage to their own men than they did to the droids, I think, right there. This could be a really bad case of clone trickle-in. Alright, I'm gonna squad up the clones, so at least they work together in units. But beyond that, I'm not gonna help them out. I'm gonna let them do their own thing, but we'll go ahead and make like 10 or 12 squads here. And there's some more back here, and we'll push them forward because they're choosing to be dinguses. Way back there, there's one trooper there. Alright, so now we got like 10 or so clone squads. They'll work together at least a little bit more. But again, this is going to be a toughie because the clones have to take this little fortress area, and they are not very good at that. No, sir. Alright, these guys are mulling about down here. I'm telling you, actually, this is not a bad idea. Despite your grenade thing not working out, getting more troops up here and glitching them up here, mountain climbing them up, and getting grenades into those droids would actually be very, very big for you. I think that would be a huge deal. Alright, this is very slow going. Why don't we go ahead and time-lapse this a little bit? Clones will be attacking through this gap here, and potentially over there if they do manage to do so. And of course we have the droid defenders right here. I think this will be very, very cool to watch in time-lapse form, so let's do it! Alright, small time-lapse there because the clones actually did start to attack in unison a good bit over here. And they're doing actually a pretty good job of filling this gap. Not really in terms of getting kills. They've got a couple more kills under their belt, which is good. But at the very least, they're filling the gap and they're getting shots off every so often, which is good. That's pretty good. They do have a piece of cover here with the Sonic Blaster, but everyone seems to be going in front of it instead of behind it. Except for this guy. This guy's very smart, and he's getting shots off because of it. Well done. Oh yeah, flood some more troops in there. Get some more troops in there. We want constant fighting here. The one thing that we've got on our side here for the clone troopers is the fact that we have big numbers compared to the droids. We have like 10 times as many troopers as them as of right now, which is really, really good. Are the mountain climbers doing anything? No, not really. But it is what it is. At the very least, this gap here is shrinking as the droids and Geonosians have taken further losses, which is really, really good for the clone troopers. That's nice. This is what we like to see. I know it's a choke point. I know it is a brutal hill battle. But look, fellas, we gotta do it some point, and so we'll do it right now. Numbers are shrinking for the clone troopers as they continue this devious activity, but oh god, those grenades. Oh god, those grenades. Oh god, those grenades. Yikes, dude. Oh my goodness, that is brutality right there. Yikes and a half. Come on, fellas. Oh my god, this spire may never fall for the droids. If the clones don't take it, I'm not entirely sure what to do for the next episode. What do you guys think? Maybe a counterattack from the droid factory since the droids were able to buy so much time or something like that? That would kind of make sense, actually. I don't know. Let me know in the comments. We don't know yet. Maybe the clones do manage to secure the victory and our siege of the factory continues on. If not, I am not entirely sure what's gonna happen here because this is, oh my goodness. This is brutal, man. Just a few droids are absolutely clapping clone trooper cheeks in this choke point invasion. Holy cow, this is brutal. Really, really brutal stuff. Alright, why don't we do another time lapse because it is slowing down a little bit here. Alright, well, actually the clones have made a little bit of progress, I'm happy to report. If their reinforcements would just pop up here, that'd be really, really great. But they've defeated this block of droids and Geonosians. The second block is not as effective as of yet, and the clones seem to be able to actually get some fire out of these other guys. So it seems like their strategy, although taking a bit of time, is somewhat working. Mountain climbers are doing nothing. AT-ATs aren't really capable of doing anything at this point. There's a few stragglers down here we can send up, and we will do that for them, and then we'll unload the crew of the ATTEs because there's no point in them anymore. They will not be able to get up here at all, so we'll do that. And then there's a few more stragglers here. See, this is the thing. If I get these guys into the choke point, people will be mad at me in the comments. If I don't put these guys into the choke point, more people will be mad at me in the comments. So see, this is the struggle as a battle simulator YouTuber, is nothing is ever fair. Nothing I do in the battle or don't do in the battle will ever be seen as fair in the eyes of everyone. So I'm gonna do what I think is good for now, and I'm gonna let the clones, since they're all squatted up, which, you know, was already a benefit for them, I'm gonna go ahead and let them continue to fight this out the way they're fighting it out. And then if they lose a good chunk more soldiers, I'll move these guys into the choke point and let them attack from there. But for now, I'm gonna let the AI do their thing, because it is actually working a little bit, and we are seeing more droids and Geonosians dying here. So that's actually not too bad. It's not the worst. Oh, this guy's got a grenade. Throw it! No, he put it away. I hate when the AI does that, dude. You're about to have the biggest come up of all time by throwing a grenade into that, and then you put it away because you second guess yourself. Never second guess yourself. Just go for it. Why did I start sounding like Patrick Mahomes? I don't know. Okay. Let's time lapse this a little bit more. Okay. Well, it's been a little bit longer. The clones are struggling for sure. So what we're gonna do here is we're going to push them at the bottom of the choke point here all at once. This is like kind of helpful, but at the same time they're gonna take crazy losses. It's basically just gonna speed it up. I don't think it'll be like super duper like OP or anything like that. And honestly, if you don't like it, that's fine, guys. Make your own battle. Like, I love y'all, but sometimes the comment sections get like way too toxic about what's fair and what's not fair, and then people argue amongst themselves about what's fair and what's not fair. And I'm like, man, if a battle it's already been going on for half an hour, and that was a 7-minute time lapse of clones just slowly dying in there, I'd rather make it more entertaining, because these videos are for entertainment. So I'm gonna stop talking about this topic, and normal speed. Let's see how this goes for the clones. This could be an absolute disaster, or it could go pretty well for them. Either or, I'm not entirely sure, to be honest, and it seems like right now we are verging on complete and utter disaster. They're at the bottom of the choke point, so it's kind of up to them to push forward, and it seems like they are doing a simultaneous push forward plus provide cover fire type strategy, which is honestly probably the best strategy they can employ right now. And they're getting some droid kills now, and they're getting into that choke point. They've taken horrendous losses, but they're kind of up there. Okay, the droids are now starting to kill even more of them. I see a couple droids have grenades drawn. Nope, they put it away. Okay, never mind. That would have been huge for them, but instead they decide to put it away, which is definitely not the ideal strategy right there. The clones right here, I mean, they've still got a pretty fat stack of troopers. They're kind of up there. They're getting the kills that they need. Oh, that could be a huge droid grenade. That was not a very well placed one, but they still got some kills. Could have been better. That could have been better for sure, but I mean, it is what it is. You can't always get the best grenade or whatever, you know. Sometimes you just have a flopper-ropper. It is what it is. Alright, these droids are definitely clapping clone cheeks. I think the clones are about to take the fattest L of this campaign yet. Actually, they haven't taken an L yet. They've won the past 2 battles. The droids are about to get their first W. Red are dead clones right now. Yellow are dead droids. And you have to remember, a lot of bodies are deleted by tanks walking over them. Like these guys, all that's left are the guns and the helmets. That's what they leave. Or by explosions also can cause the bodies to get deleted. Obviously, the clones have not only lost a lot of troopers, they also lost a lot of their command. Commander Cody, as well as Waxer and Boyle, which is no good. And these droids are absolutely clapping cheeks up here and destroying the last remaining clone troopers. So I think we are going to have a droid victory here. Let's time lapse and see what happens to the last of these clones. Alright guys, the last 7 minutes has been an absolute standoff between the clones and the last remaining droids here. Yeah, nothing has happened. So I'll bring these guys up here. I'll move these guys around a little bit, and let's go in fast speed here. and see what the clones do. They might do nothing again. They're just laying down. They're very scared at this point, and I don't blame them. And these guys got stuck again. Maybe they're stuck with the sonic blaster. There you go. Maybe not. And these guys are stuck on the ledge, so we'll push them over here. We'll push these guys over here, and there you go. Are they going to do anything? Maybe. Maybe not. Who knows? Oh? Oh? They're like little ants running around really fast. Oh, here we go. They're actually going to assault. You have to remember, there's still the bunker in here. And actually, that clone is firing a little bit into the bunker. Interesting. Actually, a couple of the troopers at the bunker doors did end up dying. There's still a lot in the bunker. There's a 0% chance clones win this. Okay, that's not true. There's never a 0% chance. I would say there's like a 3% chance the clones win this. It is not looking good for them. It is not looking good at all. More clones dying here as we have the final moments of combat in this thing. And it goes quiet again. Oh my god. This is like the longest anticlimactic end to a battle I have ever seen in Men of War Assault Squad 2. There we go. They're pushing forward again. There's a little bit of fire coming out of the bunkers every once in a while, you see. Yeah, Geonosis fire from the bunkers. That's kind of funny. All right, let's time-lapse it again. It's taking forever. Well, boys, there we go. There's apparently 2 clone troopers left alive way over here. They can go tell what happened here. There's 1 droid left alive on the exterior of the bunker. He has 10 kills, but there's many droids and Geonosians left alive on the interior, about 20 or 30 of them. So the clones end up taking a big fat L here. Their first L of the second battle of Geonosis in this mini-series. So I need you guys to let me know what we should have happen in the next episode. Please be sure to hit that like button. Subscribe if you haven't already, and comment down below. I appreciate all the support, guys. I'll see you all in the next one. Peace. The Republic has had to hunker down during the second battle of Geonosis. They've lost all of their commanding units. The next in line for command after Waxer and Boyle bit the dust was Niller, so he is now in charge of the ARF troopers of Geonosis. After a triumphant droid victory, the battle droid army has now refreshed themselves, producing many more soldiers inside of their factory, as well as super tanks and AATs that are now pushing outside of the factory to take on the ARF troopers and try and reclaim some of their land. On top of that, Tyrone, who has now painted himself blue as the new commander of the bunker droids, is able to flank the clones behind their backs, after managing to keep the Geonosis Spire Fortress alive. Can the new ARF Trooper bunker system hold out against the new droid army? Or will the second battle of Geonosis be coming to a quick close here, with the clone troopers taking devastating losses? Only time will tell, so be sure to hit that like button if you did enjoy this video, subscribe if you haven't already, those 2 things really do help me out a ton on the YouTube algorithm, and comment down below if you'd like to see some more in the future. Either way, boys, let's get to it. What's up, gamers? I'm here to tell you about Instant Gaming. Instant Gaming is an amazing place where you can get some fire deals on all sorts of video games. Seriously, it's like 60 to 95% off, as you can see here. These are all of the Star Wars titles they have. They literally have every Star Wars title. You can also get XCOM here, Men of War Assault Squad 2. All of the games I play on the channel you can buy here for extremely cheap prices. If you use my affiliate link in the description, it helps me out a ton. So thank you guys for listening to this sponsorship, and thank you to Instant Gaming for continuing to sponsor the channel. Alright, boys, we're ready to get rolling here, but surprise, surprise, General Grievous has made his appearance and entered out of the droid factory. So he is going to be joining in this assault. Let's go in slow-mo here and press start. We've got Grievous backed up by Tyrone on the battlefield here. It's going to be a little laggy at the start, so that's why we're playing it in slow motion, but the lag should adjust as we get going here. And immediately tons of fire coming in and going out from the droid lines here, and Grievous is just vibing out right now, not doing much, but he'll get to work. Alright, we've got a bunch of these little clone flak positions all throughout the map, and they're just cheap concrete bunkers that the clones can go ahead and throw up, toss 5 or 6 troopers in, and do some work from. And that is the super tank firing away some of its rockets
and it is hard targeting the ATTE tank there. Some of the shots go wide and end up hitting some ARF troopers that are surrounding the ATTE tank, including taking out an entire squad right there. And they take out the top gunner of the ATTE tank, who gets quickly replaced by a secondary gunner. So now there's only 3 crew members in the ATTE, and it is slightly damaged, but it starts firing, and immediately droids start going down from its fire. The super tank pivots its focus over to the bunkers over this way. These should be easy kills for the droids, but I mean, the clone positioning there is actually really solid, because the droids are wasting a solid minute and a half trying to take out these clones. Oh, we got an airborne one! We got a live one! It's about to land on some other droids! Oh no! Oh, it's gonna crush some droids! Oh no! That's an entire squad of droids killed by a flipped AAT tank! Oh, the tragedy! Oh, the droid manity! And it looks like the ATTE is taking pot shots with its top gun, exploding tons of these droid army troopers all throughout the battlefield right now. My goodness, General Grievous out here. He is being a coward yet again, but what's new for Grievous? He needs to push forward, frontline this baby, and start taking out some clones. These flak positions here, like I said, I mean, they're wasting like 2 minutes of the droid's time right now. This one finally gets taken out. This one's still alive. Even if these things aren't getting crazy kills, they're buying time, distracting droid fire, and allowing these clones further back this way to just spam fire into droid lines with little to no repercussions. Absolutely gorgeous defense strategy by Niller right there, which is really awesome. We've got a few clones still left alive in this one over here. Some droids seem to be rock climbing up on those rocks and firing down at them, so you know their position will probably be compromised fairly soon here. But at the very least, they're distracting the droids yet again, and they have gotten some sweet kills on those droids as well. Another AAT tank gets popped right there. Droids litter the battlefield with their bodies. General Grievous is chilling in the back lines over here, and a whole lot of droids are still alive. I mean, they have just a very large force to begin with, so they're going to be good for a while. And Tyrone's troopers are coming down from their flank position of the top bunker spire here. They could have gone over here and fired down at the flank of the clones, but they're choosing instead to come down and join the ground forces. But hey, if they push this way, these clone troopers, I mean, they're fairly weak. There's not a ton of clones here, and then they have a ample opportunity to flank the ATTE with some rocket fire. I'm just saying that's probably what I would do if I was commanding the Separatist force here, but sadly I am not. Z6 rotary cannon pouring fire from the clone lines into battle droids off in these little rock crevices and here and there. Got an AAT tank, which weirdly kind of flipped over slightly, but it's still actually functional and firing at some of those clones down that way, so that's good to see. Yeah, nice some bunker busting fire going on. But right now, I will say the clone trooper defensive line is holding rock steady. They're doing a fantastic job of holding right now. I think a lot of the droids are honestly stuck behind the super tank, which is not super helpful, but it's kind of their choice to be here. The problem is that they're using it as cover, and I don't think that's a smart thing to take cover behind. It's still alive, right? Yeah, it's very much so still alive. It's got 10 kills. It's probably reloading its rockets. No, it's actually got rockets loaded. It's just facing the wrong way. I don't know why it's doing that. But the rest of the droid army that's not behind the super tank is pushing forward and getting killed pretty wholeheartedly by clone troopers. Tyrone's troopers are pushing the right flank over this way, but to little or no avail because they're not really going fast enough. General Grievous's men are being buffoons. The amount of AATs that are down is crazy. There's a couple back here just kind of stacked up. It's ridiculous. All right, let's go into normal speed here for a little bit. Really allow the clones to dominate. There we go. Super tank flips itself around. This is the redemption arc, baby. Maybe it's going to actually do something here as it pushes forward and takes some pot shots at the clones. Super tank fires one silo right there. Very nice. It usually has 2 silos it's able to fire at once. So, did it just fire behind? No, I don't think so. Unless it did. I don't know. I didn't notice. I couldn't tell. Oh, there's the second silo right there, and it is targeting the AATTE yet again, and it whiffs every single one of those shots, not even hitting the troopers behind the AATTE. That is abysmal. Yikes. But hopefully these droids, after they've lost their cover of the super tank, are going to push forward here a little bit more because they're so clustered together. They're not able to do anything from this position, man. And they've got like 400, 500 soldiers, something like that, stacked up right here that could easily push forward and do some big things. Not to mention Tyrone's troopers over this way. Oh, it looks like they are taking the top of the mountain and firing down. Oh, nice. That is actually a really, really smart idea from them. Beautifully done, boys. Keep firing down on those guys. Spam fire if you got to. I mean, it's probably too far for grenades, but this is a good position for you. And Tyrone's men, again, prove why they were so successful in the first couple battles in this trilogy thing. We've got, it's like 4 episodes now. We're probably going to do 5 or 6 as we have more to do. But even still, these guys have proven themselves very capable warriors and are doing it yet again by succeeding on a battlefield where pretty much all of their contemporaries are failing right now. And there's Tyrone himself, maybe being a little too gutsy here and taking some serious fire from the clones. He is pushed maybe a little too far forward. He's trying to kind of backtrack backwards. There you go, there you go. Get out of there, buddy. Get out of there, heal up, just chill. Oh no, he's going back in. Why? General Grievous seems to be going on the left flank here. He's being the coward that he usually is. Oh, boy. Oh, Tyrone, no! Okay, he's still alive. No, he went down. All right, Tyrone has gone down. Let me know in the comment section if we should resurrect Tyrone because he's a very fun character. He's got like 200 kills in total during this entire series that we've done, which is kind of insane, man. That is really, really impressive stuff. Is the super tank still alive? Yeah. No, wait. No, the super tank went down. Okay, it must have taken a ton of heat as it pushed forward this way. And to be fair, well, why are the clones still firing at it? I don't... It's literally dead. I can't... Yeah, it's dead. So I don't know why they're still firing at it. Just AI being AI. But this thing, man, it takes a lot to kill those. So it must have been pretty exposed over there and just taking a lot of rocket shots from the clone troopers, something along those lines, to result in that actually going down. It's, again, really a strong tank. Similar to the ATTEs, which are, again, extremely strong tanks. This one, though, it's lost its top gunner again, so it's really just got the interior crewmen, but it's still firing away. It's still getting kills. The droids are trying to kind of push through this little narrow passageway area, but the Republic has stopped up that section with more troopers, so it's not really going to be an effective method. All right, look, we're doing the anti-derp rule. I'm doing it. We're going to spread out these droids because they are not moving forward. They are being absolute idiots. So literally all I'm going to do is just anti-derp them. So spread them around a little bit more so they're actually assaulting as a unit instead of standing around and getting shot, because the entire point of these videos is to have fun and watch a good battle and not watch the AI just be absolutely derpy. I'll even go ahead and retreat a few of them back here so that way they're even more spread out and layered instead of all being clumped together in this disgusting little pool of droids where they're getting absolutely nothing done. So there we go. Droids getting spread out a little bit here so they'll actually partake in the battle instead of doing absolutely nothing. We'll bring out Tyrone's troopers and force them into the battle as well. Okay, there we go. Droids are back at it again with the full-scale invasion here, and we're finally seeing them actually massively fire out, which we have not really seen in this battle yet. An AAT also decided to come forward. Very, very good stuff. Oh, juked that rocket by just a hair. Well done, and now it is shooting a rock, and it's bent over backwards. So, very impressive stuff from that AAT. I didn't expect anything less from it. It impressed me for an iota of a second, and then immediately was a huge letdown. This bunker took forever to kill for the droids. This one has been down for forever, though. And now they're working on this bunker back this way, land a few shots on these clones, get the kills, and then push up. I mean, there's a few different flanks the droids can take, especially this one over here with Tyrone's troopers would be great. I think the droids should really focus on the flanks, but it's really up to them. We've got like 5 clones remaining over this way. The droids up top here could probably advance forward, but they might wait it out and see if these clones peek their heads. But these guys really should push this way on the ground too. Oh, we got a couple droids over there, though. All right, ATTE still firing out, still spamming some fire into the droid infantry afar. I mean, I'm shocked. There has been so many AATs pushing forward and advancing. I really can't believe they haven't killed this ATTE yet. There's a shot into it. That was a nice one. Yeah, that activated its sirens. All right, there we go. Maybe that'll be the end of the ATTE right there. Another AAT, though, gets torn down. Torn asunder? Come on, AAT. You gotta take out this ATTE. It is decimating droids. If we kill the ATTE, I think the droids have a real shot of winning this thing. Still, I think if they don't kill the ATTE, why'd you whiff that shot? You're so close to it. Fire. Fire quickly again. Dude, they have bazookas all over this area. No, no, no. Ooh, oh, okay, come on. No, shoot the ATTE, not the ground. Come on, no. Oh my god, it's absorbing so much heat, and there she goes. Oh, you could have killed this. You just needed to land 2 shots, and I'm pretty sure it would be dead. Oh, that's so tragic, man. That is so tragic. Oh my god. That ATTE, man, if they take it out, they could easily win this thing. With that thing still breathing, though, I don't like the odds. Alright, right now, blue on the top left mini-map here are droids left alive, and red are clone troopers left alive. And the clones, I mean, the problem is they've still got their mountain defense over here with Niller back here as well. And the ATTE. I mean, this side is going to crumble. I think that's a sure thing at this point that the droids will take that side. But they've just failed the frontal assault completely here. Getting bunched up, not being able to push properly. The droids have really mucked this up. But at the same time, even if the droids do lose this battle, the next one could be okay for them. Because you got to remember, they've got a droid factory back there. They can continually field this number of troopers in the next battle. Of course, the clones probably, if the droids lose this, the clones are probably going to be entering into the factory next episode. So the droids will be able to field a huge amount of infantry against the clone troopers entering the factory. But this would be an easy way to just finish up the battle right here, take out the clones, and then in the next episode, push the clones' base camp and finish them off. But it doesn't seem like it's going to happen here. The clones, I mean, although outnumbered like 5 or 6 to 1, have established a beautiful defensive line here with staggered defenses across the entire battlefield. These little pockets here were great distractors. And they really eliminated a lot of droids and a lot of droid tanks. I mean, come on. The droids are like, they had 10, 12 AAT tanks? An absurd number of AAT tanks, a super tank, General Grievous, like 1,000 battle droids. They were absolutely stacked, and this is a fat disappointment from them. I mean, just a slaughter went down here. Look at this, and all of this, these guns just showing here, those bodies were disintegrated either by tanks driving over them or explosions. So even more droids should be dead on the battlefield here. Red are dead droids, yellow are dead clones, but you gotta remember, like, quadruple the amount of dead droids because so many of their bodies have been deleted on the battlefield. It's just how this game works. Absolutely insane right now. Alright, why don't we go ahead and do a little bit of a time lapse of the droids coming forward into the last of the clone defenses here. And I think the clones are going to secure the W, though. It's just a matter of time right now.
Night has fallen on the battlefield, and the battle droid army has retreated back into the droid fortress and factory, sealing themselves in. However, Grievous has locked Tyrone and his squad out with 2 AATs. They've got maybe 60 droids between them at the front entrance. There is no retreat back, and the clones are descending upon them. Alright guys, so the game sadly crashed when we were doing that, so yeah, I mean, it was pretty clear that the clones were going to win very, very easily. So we're doing a part 2 in the same video to make up for it. Essentially, General Grievous is back further in the compound here, but the front entrance area here is under Tyrone's defense, and the clones are going to do a small assault into it to see if they can take out Tyrone and claim the basically very front area of the fortress, and then in the next battle we'll go ahead and have them push further in, or if Tyrone manages to defend, then Tyrone gets to join General Grievous inside in the next battle or whatever. So that's what's currently going on. Either way, clones rocking the battlefield with a ton of fire. I mean, the droids were so low on troopers that they don't really get a whole lot in the second part of this battle. They lost so many soldiers and so many AATs, so basically when they're able to retreat back, they only have so much going for them. And of course, the clones still had that ATTE left alive, so they get to use that as well. So the very front entrance area here for the droids is getting absolutely butchered. AAT tanks still alive though, which is a pretty big deal, and they're firing into the ATTE, which is smart. Just try and take that out essentially right away if you can. Droid infantry at the very front lines though, completely dead. The ones in the back lines still doing okay, and I think if it gets to be close quarters combat, the droids have a better chance than if things stay at a distance like they are right now. Clones have taken a few losses back here, but nothing too crazy, nothing too devastating. A couple more losses over this way too. But yeah, for the most part, this should be a swift victory. Kind of a layup for the clone troopers, but a good opportunity for the droids to potentially get some more clones killed in this campaign overall. So yeah, I do apologize that the battle crashed. Sadly, it happens way more often than I would like in Men of War Assault Squad 2, but it just really can't be helped sometimes. It's just the game, it has memory issues a lot, and like even though you know, I have a great computer, in larger battles like this, it just suddenly is like, hey, we're cutting off your memory and we're going to crash the game. Beautiful. So that's sort of what happened, I believe. Either way, droids continuing to get some actually pretty solid kills here, though they only have the one AAT currently left alive, which is pouring fire into the ATTE, and hopefully gonna take it out. I don't know if that's entirely true. Honestly, it might be better off if the AAT here would just target infantry instead, because it would certainly be getting a lot of kills, and targeting the ATTE might be futile here. I'm not entirely sure, and it's not like the ATTE can come in the fortress anyway. Going into normal speed, the AAT ends up going down very quickly. ATTE spams some fire into some more droid units and gets some more kills right there. The clones begin to descend upon the fortress here and really lay in some fire against the battle droid army. I don't think the droids are going to be making it out of this. I think Tyrone might be captured by the Republic, and we'll just have to find out what happens to him in the next episode if you guys think he should continue fighting. More clones, though, dying at the entranceway here, so the droids are still putting up a very decent fight, still getting some kills. General Grievous, of course, if he hadn't retreated back inside, then he would be out here fighting alongside them, and I think the droids would stand a better chance, but it's very much so in Grievous's nature to completely retreat away from the rest of this battle. That is very much so a Grievous thing to do, and to lock his droids out to fight the rest of it for him, essentially. I think these droids behind this pillar are going to have a field day when the clones start wrapping around it, because it's basically 2 natural choke points for them. They can round the corner and get shot up by the droids. So that's going to be very good for the droids over that way. But these droids that are at a bit more of a distance are getting kind of slaughtered by the clones. A couple clones coming in and getting easily swept by droid fire. A number of them have died along this line here. But yeah, more are coming in and more are continuing to kill more and more droids. It's only a matter of time. It is only a matter of time. But I feel like this is a good way to end off this episode fairly for the clones, and that's a really good grenade from the clones right there. That was very well done. I'm actually pretty pleasantly surprised by that, because this area could be an absolute disaster for the clones, but it seems like they're doing the right things to make it happen. Rush the choke point, grenade, doing all the things that breaks up defenses instead of just coming in, trickling in, and taking extreme losses. Losses are still there. The clones are taking some L's, but overall, they are going to end up clean sweeping most of these droids. Tyrone has already gone down over this way. I guess he already went down out there too, didn't he? So, I don't know. But there we go. The clones do dominate that battle, as they should, as they were dominating the outside battle as well. Yellow are dead clones, red are dead droids. The clones definitely did take some losses, but nothing too horrible. Either way, guys, if you did enjoy this video, be sure to hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and comment down below what should happen in the next battle. And on top of that, I do want to apologize that it did crash, but I think that was a decent recovery where the clones were winning outright anyway, and we basically just retreated the droids back, which would be a good strategy in this instance anyway. But the droid factory out here is going to continue to churn out droids. Grievous is still alive somewhere on the interior within the fog of war, and the clones are going to have a very difficult time in the next battle if that's what we do. Either way, guys, thanks so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. I'll see you all in the next one. Peace. Commander Cody has been sent back to the battlefield of the Second Battle of Geonosis after recovering from his wounds. His clone ARV troopers have gone and converted the battle droid known as Tyrone after capturing him. They are now utilizing him as their own in order to plot the map of the droid factory. But it will be a death tunnel maze. General Grievous is already inside, with free-roaming droids joining him as well as stationary droids around every corner. This will be one of the deadliest assaults of the Second Battle of Geonosis, with 1,000 clone troopers going up against 200 droids on the interior. If you guys enjoyed this video, please be sure to hit that like button, subscribe, and comment down below. Engaging with the video really helps me out in the algorithm. Either way, guys, let's get right on into this thing. What's up, gamers? I'm here to tell you about Instant Gaming. Instant Gaming is an amazing place where you can get some fire deals on all sorts of video games. Seriously, it's like 60 to 95% off, as you can see here. These are all of the Star Wars titles they have. They literally have every Star Wars title. You can also get XCOM here, Men of War Assault Squad 2. All of the games I play on the channel you can buy here for extremely cheap prices. If you use my affiliate link in the description, it helps me out a ton. So thank you guys for listening to this sponsorship, and thank you to Instant Gaming for continuing to sponsor the channel. Alrighty then, boys, let's go ahead and press start and get right on into this thing. The ARF troopers of Geonosis begin to push forward as a slew of fire begins to hit them. The droids have this choke point figured out, and I expect heavy clone trooper losses at the very beginning of this battle and throughout the entire thing, because this is truly a death maze. General Grievous is coming out to play right off the bat. Kind of rare for him to make such a devastating push right off the bat. But hey, you know what? I approve of his gusto. I'm glad to see him out here. He gets a quick clone trooper kill and hopefully gets a few more. Usually his cowardice kind of prevents him from doing this, but he's doing it right now. It's actually causing some distraction, so the droids in the back are able to get more kills with less fire coming in at them. So I'm not too mad about that. That's actually kind of working for them. But either way, this is only one entrance point to the maze of the droid factory. As you can see, this is pretty brutal and the main defense point for the droids, but because Commander Cody reprogrammed Tyrone, they know that there is a secondary entrance point over this way, a side tunnel if you will, with much less droid defenses, but at the same time there are still some, and definitely capable of wiping out a large portion of the clone trooper army. And so we can see a few clone troopers moving in this way and getting cut down pretty quickly. Again, you know, a smaller entrance point, but less clones are going to be assaulting it. Definitely enough to take it over, and then it sort of reconnects with the maze through here. So like, here's like the little droid factory command post area, and then you kind of move through here. There's more droids, and then it connects to the main entrance point over here, where it looks like General Grievous has now retreated back towards his E-web turrets over this way. I don't really blame him. He was taking a lot of fire, and the clones are kind of getting through right now, so a little bit devastating. But then, yeah, the droid maze continues on this way, and there is the final command post way up there where perhaps Grievous will end up retreating back to at the end of this thing in totality. Alright, let's zoom in here. Hopefully this lag does subside. There's quite a number of entities on the battlefield, all firing out at once, so it's no big surprise that we are getting some lag here, but these clone troopers will end up dying out, and we'll get some less lag later on. The droids are doing a decent job of defending this choke point. I mean, they've probably gotten like 40 or 50 clone trooper kills already, if not more. However, the just sheer amount of clones coming through here is causing the droids to take losses, and they're probably going to need to retreat back. At least the free roaming ones back here hopefully push backwards to survive longer in this battle. But if they don't, it is what it is. It's not too big of a deal. We do have more free roaming droids like way in the back up in the command post zone. Yeah, up here, these guys are free roaming, so maybe they'll do something. And there's also some free roaming droids on the side entrance area over this way, which right now is slowly getting taken over by clone troopers, albeit very, very rough fighting for the clones. So, you know, if they can't break through this area with a significant force left alive, I would say it was a moot assault anyway. Kind of pointless, because the whole point of these guys is to come in the flank and support the main clone trooper force at the main doors. And so right now, this little death tunnel area is the grave of many, many clones, and it is not slowing down just yet. Plenty more droids over here. Again, more free roaming droids too, so they can always back it up to the next defense point if they need to. But for right now, a real rough battle for the clone troopers on both fronts. Let's go back to the main front over this way, where General Grievous has perished. Yeah, he is down for the count. He's not even unconscious. He's just dead. For some reason, again, in this mod, lightsaber wielding units don't die normally. They end up just sort of standing still like that, but he is dead. He won't be doing any more fighting for the battle droid army. Either way, new choke points open up where old choke points leave off. That is sort of the case with these death tunnel mazes anyway. And so the clones are now peeping through the next choke point area and getting slammed by new E-web fire, new battle droid positions, the whole shebang. So even more losses will begin to mount over here, and it will be even more brutal. Absolutely devastating. Either way, guys, just wanted to make sure I wished everyone a happy Easter. To those of you who celebrate, those of you who don't, happy Sunday. But yeah, just wanted to toss that out there. More clones pushing through the front door area here. The droids are getting a little bit suppressed, which is definitely a good thing for the clones. That will help them significantly. And Commander Cody was out here. Where'd he go? Oh, there he is. He's laying on the ground back this way. And then there's Tyrone, the droid. I mean, look at all the clones we've still got left. We've got hundreds of clone troopers left alive from the starting 1,000. So even though it looks like a ton of clone troopers are dying and all is lost, there's still, you know, 10 times this amount of clones just a little farther back there. So they'll be okay for now. And then over this way, okay, this entrance point is slowly but surely being overtaken. Good. So these clones are actually bursting through this place over here. This could get into some diabolical grenade warfare. Whoever starts throwing grenades first is going to get a lot of kills over here. And I hope they do throw some grenades and they don't all just sort of run through, because that would just be so unbelievably stupid. But clone losses are getting pretty crazy out here, man. Actually, let's go ahead and check them out. So yellow should be dead droids, red are dead clones. It's a lot of dead clones over here. That is a lot of dead clones for such a small little assault. And then over this way, yeah, clone troopers taking an absolute beating. Droids have taken some losses, but nowhere near the amount the clone troopers have taken up until this point. This is right now, even if the clones win, definitely a Pyrrhic victory for them. This little blockade of droids over here is a mix of standard droids and free roaming droids, so pretty dynamic little force right there. Could end up getting quite a number of kills. They do kill the E-web turret. That's a pretty big kill, because these things can get a lot of kills. This one had 26. This one over here had 5, not nearly as many, and this one had 9, so not too bad. That's what, 26 plus 9 is 35 plus 5, so 40 kills across all of them. That's not too bad, actually, for 3 units, essentially, getting 40 kills. That's not too bad. It's not too bad. But we do need the rest of the droids to definitely get a lot more kills than that, because there's still a lot of clones coming forward, and now they're kind of getting to these barricades here and able to fire out a little bit better. All right, checking back up this way. These droids still managing to hold back these clone troopers, but they're swinging wide over this way, which means that there's going to be 2 fire points the clone troopers can fire from, front and back, so that's going to be helpful, and they are getting some kills due to that already. Why don't we go ahead and bump it up a speed if we can. Might be too laggy. Oh, definitely too laggy. Whoa, too many people on the battlefield for that right now. We could definitely bump it up a speed later, but for now, this is a very ambitious battle. There's a lot going on. There's a lot of entities on the battlefield, so it will take a bit. And are these guys down here firing? What are you firing at? What? Is there like a clone in this wall or something? They're firing up here. That's so strange. Okay, I don't know what they're getting at there, but maybe they know something I don't, and that's just like the pro Giga Chad move. I don't know. Alright, moving back this way. Oh, look, there are some rock climbing clones up that way, which is kind of funny. These guys still suppressed in this entranceway over here, so that has not changed as of yet. Commander Cody is going to be bursting in on the scene over here. That might just be to his detriment. He might die. Tyrone's up here. And still plenty of clones back there. So I'm not too worried by this yet. Yeah, Cody is in the thick of things here. Cody is not a clone trooper commander who is going to stand behind while his men die. He's going to get out there and help them out. I always appreciate Cody for that. Cody is my favorite clone trooper. So, you know, just fun fact there for ya. How about that? How about them apples? Oh, but these clones are definitely going to die. I don't think Cody's going to make it, man. And there he goes. Cody goes down again. He was healed up with some Bacta, only to be taken out yet again. So, not a fantastic thing for him. I think the best case scenario, actually, is going to be this area being liberated by the clones. And yeah, they killed the rest of these guys. Now they just need to go down here, take these droids out. If they do that, then they can side sweep these guys and come in the flanks, which I think would be best case scenario by far. I think that would be extremely helpful. Why don't we go ahead and do a small little time lapse here of this entranceway and just sort of see what happens. Okay, about 2 minutes later, we have a brief little push through from the clones. They're actually getting somewhere over here, even though it doesn't really look like it. These droids have taken some serious losses, and the rest are kind of suppressed, besides these guys back here. So the clones are actually kind of making something happen for themselves over here. That is not too shabby. And if they can kill these droids over here, which they are starting to, they'll be able to break through and come through this way. How are these clones doing up this way? Okay, so they're trying to come through. This should be an easier assault for them. These droids are actually distracted because they hear the fire coming from the other side of the wall, and the AI, being the AI, looks that way. So, yeah, actually, I think we could go into normal speed now, maybe. Maybe just semi-normal speed would be good. Yeah, I think semi-normal speed we can do. We're at like 20 FPS, which is pretty watchable. That's pretty good. All right, and so now they see these clones sneaking up on them and start to blast them. The clones are getting massacred yet again. Honestly, though, 1 or 2 grenades down these stairs, and the clones are home free. I don't think this will be the hardest choke point or anything like that. And even with blaster fire, they're starting to get some kills. But the droids are the ones grenading the clones and getting many more kills of the clones than the droids are losing themselves. So the droids kind of take a small little W right there. Again, I don't think this will be a hard stop point for the clones. I think the manpower they've got up here and just the positioning, they'll be able to blast through this. But then they got to blast through this. And so bit by bit, these clones are kind of taking too many losses in too many areas to proceed forward for too much longer. All right, these guys over here still pushing through. We still got a heavy stack of clones over this way. And I wouldn't say, okay, these guys are definitely stuck up here, so we'll bring them down. But I'm not going to use the anti-derp rule yet on these guys down here because they will adjust and push forward through here eventually. And as long as we have a very steady stream of clones going through here in general, I'm not too worried about some guys being left behind because not all of them have to come through at once. This blockade of droids over here ends up going down. Now it's these guys' turns to get some clone kills, and they've already started to get a few. Doesn't seem like the most solid choke point, though. I think these guys back here will put up a better fight once the clones really start rounding this corner. Not to mention, we've still got a couple droids over here fighting the clones, which is not too bad. They're a little distracted by some of the mountain climbing clones up that way. Yeah, what can you do? The clones, they find a way, man. They get some ingenuity going. So these 2 droids over here will likely distract... Okay, never mind. Never mind. Well, maybe these droids way back here will distract them. I don't know. Oh, there's more mountain climbing clones. What the heck? All right, these guys over here did end up dying. There's still 2 left alive over here. And a lot of dead clones, man. Holy smokes. Okay. Wow. Oh, and it looks like these droids are starting to open up fully over here as clones do fully round the corner right now. So at the moment, droids still have choke points they can easily hold. Easily. I don't think the droids are at too much of a threat level just yet. Not to mention, then they've got these guys back here. Then they've got a few mountain climbing droids of themselves. The free roaming droids that were up here have now moved down, but the command station area is still a viable option for defense as well. So let's go ahead and do another time lapse like right here, because I think it'll be cool to watch the droids firing out at the clones coming through this choke point. Alright, that was about 3 minutes right there, and the clone troopers are doing some bigger pushes out and getting more fire, so I don't know if this little choke point is going to hold for much longer, but definitely did a pretty good job of whittling away a few hundred more clones. These guys over here dealing with mountain climbing clones above, dealing with clones firing at them from over there, and clones slowly starting to attack from over here, though this force of clones is significantly weaker. We'll bring some of the stragglers forward over this way. And then over here, I'll do the anti-derp rule that the channel has in place and bring a few of these clone troopers forward here, just because they're really not supposed to be over there. And now that we're dwindling in terms of the total number of clones actually in the places they're supposed to be, I'd better start the anti-derp rule. So we'll start bringing these guys to the places they're meant to be, okay? Sound good? Sound good. Alright. It's not going to anti-derp all of them here. There's still going to be a number of stragglers, but hopefully that gets them going a little bit more there. And it looks like these guys did kill the rest of these droids with less losses, which is good. There are still plenty of droids over this way, and it looks like now the clones are going to fixate on backtracking over here and taking out the last of these droids. There's really just one stack here and then one droid over here, so it's not too big of a deal for them. Let's go into fast motion here for just a second and see this droid die, and then the other like 5 droids over there die. I think the droids still stand a really solid chance of winning this thing. I mean, around every corner the clones have had to fight tooth and nail, so you know, the droids are probably going to still be able to get some kills. This guy's definitely probably gonna die pretty quick. I don't think he's much longer for this world. There he goes. But then these 5 over here hopefully get some kills. I mean, they've already gotten a few, but it's also tough because they're getting pincer movemented now. Movement did die, so it's tough. And no assaults going on over this way, so it's really just these 5 vibing. These clones have to go through them to attack, but there's not. Actually, there's only like 10, maybe 15 clones over here. Oh, shoot. And then these guys over here. They don't have to go through these guys, but I think they want to go rescue their fellow comrades on the other side of the battlefield. Right now, they're derping pretty hard, but they might be able to figure it out. Oh! Another clone bursts through and actually gets 2 kills by surprise because the droids were looking the other way. That's not too bad. Hey, what a smart clone. I mean, he's dead now. And I'm pretty sure Tyrone's probably dead at this point as well. Another clone bursting through over this way. Getting some action in. Hopefully some more follow suit. He's dead now, though. I mean, at least these droids are getting a few kills, you know? They're not completely useless. They're not just, like, laying in the back doing nothing. They're actually in this thing. Oh, and some free roaming droids have reclaimed some territory over here. Interesting. If I were them, I'd backpedal and just head back and solidify your back defenses, but I mean, I guess if they get a couple kills, it's not too bad. Alright, one last droid, and there we go. The clones have now cleared this area, and now they do have to reclaim some territory over here, but nothing too major. There's more mountain climbing clones. What are they doing? I mean, hey, it's a solid strat, man. It's a solid strat. I guess I'll give it to them. That's not too bad. And pretty soon we'll have this choke point in full force with clone troopers coming through. And here they come. They're starting to move. Free roaming droids over here really made a mistake. They're going to die. They're just going to die real quick, I bet. But then the guys further back here, I'm thinking we'll put up a decent fight for the droids. At least you have to hope they do, for the droid's sake, or else they're out of this thing, man. They're straight up out of this thing. The last of these free roaming droids who went way too far forward are dying out. So they will be no longer with us in this battle. But then that choke point back there is still going to be kicking it for a little bit. And for the droids, if you're rooting for them, you gotta hope that they get some more kills. Still plenty of clones back here, though. And not really any clones died over here. Yoinks! Oh, wait. We got more mountain climbing clones up, or droids up here. I kinda forgot about them. Just straight derping. Just straight being derps. But hey, I mean, if the clones get to mountain climb, so do the droids, baby. So do the droids. Of course, that's a DC-15X sniper, and the droids are missing a lot of shots, but they kill him. All right, not too bad. Not too bad at all. What's really going to be curious is over here, but let's have to wait and see. All right, well, why don't we go ahead and do another little time lapse here. Okay, well, it's been like 5 minutes, and the clones aren't really attacking anymore. So we're gonna shove them into the attack zone, and then hopefully they actually go and make some moves and stuff like that. Get off of the rafters, guys. Come on. Like, seriously. Let's get to attacking these droids, you know, kind of like you're supposed to. That would be good. And droids, you should probably defend. There you go. There you go. All right, droids defending. Clones, get off of the rafters. This is like a really annoying glitch now. It started as a funny little thing, and now it's really obnoxious. All right, get over there. Just gonna yeet them in the direction they're actually supposed to go. There you go. All right. I'm not throwing them into the choke point, but I'm throwing them near it so they actually do engage with it a little bit. A few clones are getting some pretty decent kills here, but overall, I mean, the droid's definitely getting more kills. Stop getting suppressed. Don't get suppressed, guys. If you get suppressed, this choke point fails. Oh, yeah, the suppression is real. Clones are getting really nice kills and suppressing the droids in the back, which is obviously not what you want to do here. Yeah, that's a yikes. Alright, well, these droids failed, but we still do have the topmost droids up here, along with some right there, so there's that. Is this one droid still alive? That one droid is still alive. Okay. Oh, he just died. Rip. Alright, I'm going to take these guys off of free move mode, and we're just going to send them up here. We're going to send them up here to defend, because it feels like they're just going to get themselves killed if I don't, and the clones still have like 300 or so clone troopers left alive. They've got a lot of clones left that I was not anticipating. So let's make this into a banger defense area, okay? Gotta make it into a banger. All right, there we go. This is a banger, and I know bangers. All right, clones should be coming up here. Let's fast forward while they come. There we go. All right, they're finally on track to assault, and the final droid defense will get underway here. There we go. Clones cresting up the stairs. Really good opportunity for droid grenades here. And clone grenades. I mean, I don't think the clones are going to have too much trouble getting kills here as long as they're somewhat intelligent about it. Yeah, there. See, that's a really good grenade. And it got rebounded into that droid who managed to duck away properly. Yikes. Yeah, so this shouldn't be too difficult for the clone troopers. Definitely will sustain losses, but I mean, they've got more than enough troopers left to actually get this done, so I think it definitely can happen. Let's go fast forward again. All right, let's see. Come on. Will the clones succeed in the death maze assault here? We're getting down to it. Okay, those clones are just suiciding forward right there. The rest are trying to get some shots off. There we go. There's a droid killed. Not too bad. All right. I mean, the droids might do this. They're actually getting some decent kills. Oh! And then a really devastating grenade comes out from the clones. Arced it way over here, and that just killed that entire blockade of droids. More droid fire killing clones coming around the corner, but we're down to our last droid already. He gets a nice little swift kill right there. And the last one goes down. So the clones do win this thing. I would say they only have like 200 soldiers remaining from their starting 1,000. So they had just enough to win this. So yellow are dead clones, red are dead droids. I would say there's probably 800 clones dead across this entire battlefield. And again, 200 dead droids. So the droids got 4 kills for every soldier that they had, which is really not too bad. The droids did a phenomenal job. There's Tyrone down on the ground, RIP. and Cody's over here too. And of course, General Grievous is right there. So a pretty devastating battle for both sides. The droids lose the factory, but the clones end up losing 800 soldiers in trying to take it. Let me know in the comment section below if you guys want me to do more battles on the second battle of Geonosis series that we've got going here, because I could always do the brainworm zombies, which would be pretty fun. Just let me know in the comments, and we'll see what people think. But either way, guys, thank you so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed. Please be sure to hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and comment down below. I'll see you on the next one. Peace.
I hope you guys enjoyed that video. Be sure to click that subscribe button for more content, and hit the notification bell if you'd like to be alerted to whenever I live stream or upload. Thanks so much.